Hi everyone, welcome to the HighCarbonSteellove channel. My name is Dave and I'm very happy that you're here. Today, during our little get together, I thought we would revisit the Condor Nessmuk knife. I have owned this knife for a little bit over a year now. I've done a couple of videos where I featured this knife and I get asked a lot of questions about it. You guys ask great questions. So let's turn the camera around, have some fun with the Condor Nessmuk knife. Has a blade length of about 4 1/4 inches and an overall length right around 8 1/2 inches. The weight is a bit over 5 ounces. 1075 high carbon steel, bead blasted finish, traditional Nessmuk hump right there, squared off spine, full tang. Mine came with a Scandinavian grind, Condor stamped in on that side, and El Salvador stamped in on that side. Hardwood handle, 4 brass pins, and of course you have your beautiful Condor leather sheath. Condor logo there, stitching, welting, nice grade of leather. Condor made this to be a general camp task knife, bow drill set, for example. Mine came direct from Benjamin at the Baryonyx knife company, and that's where I buy all of my Condor knives. Benjamin has a sharpening system to where he'll thin out the edge, and I prefer a Scandinavian grind, and that's what he gave me. So if your purpose is just removing big pieces of wood here, no problem at all. And then maybe we want to get on the sides and just rectangle this hearthboard out a bit. Once again, no problem. Let's go to this side. You can remove bigger pieces when necessary. And then you can lighten up your pressure to get a little more fine work done. I like a handle that fills my hand more, like my legume bush knife with the belly here. It gives me a lot more to hold on to grip onto. But if you don't mind doing a lot of work with a thinner handle and your hand primarily rests on that part, not a big deal at all. I especially like this part near the very tip to get good precise work done. And then if I just want to bullnose off the one end, not a bad little spindle maker here. Our little bow drill set here that we're carving today is strictly for demonstration purposes of this knife. So we're not going to be doing a bow drill fire, but I would be completely happy with that right there. Very, very nice. I wanted to do a little focus on carving today and just show that this is a very useful knife when it comes to carving. My tip test is reaching in underneath my pot hook and seeing how well this clears that out. And it's a nice, easy, slow process. But I just continuously dig under here, pull out the wood, and that's my measure of a tip, is how well it does that. How well it can reach up and remove wood and give me the type of hook I'm looking for. Instead of a pot hook that just has the little bit of a hook there, by digging in deep, I can get it to come up. Just by removing that little bit extra and deepening my pot hook just a bit, it allows my pot and bale to hang securely over the fire. The part of the spine that I find works best for scraping, whether it be a ferro rod or wood, is right where the flat part meets the hump there. I bought it because I'm a big fan of Nessmuk and his writings. And I knew it was primarily a hunting blade, a skinning blade, with this little hump right here, and being that that's the reason why Nessmuk designed it as such. But I've been pleasantly surprised about the overall utility that this knife has. It's not just a hunting knife. It's a hunting knife that does other tasks pretty well, I think. If there was one thing that I didn't like as much, it's the handle. I have medium-sized hands, and a lot of times when I'm using this knife for a long period of time, my hand starts to fatigue because it comes up off this swell on the bottom. And the more I use it in carving and stuff like that, my hand comes up, not onto the blade, just up on the handle a little bit, to where I end up gripping this very thin part for much of the time that I'm using it. That's not to say it's a bad thing, because it does, the way that it's contoured, does allow you to use the knife in different ways. I think it's worth it. It's right around $50 on most places that sell knives. Condor has a beautiful knife here. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, you can hover over my little avatar down here in the corner. You can click the red subscribe button underneath of this video, or in the description box, I will leave a link that will allow you to subscribe as well. If you have any thoughts or any questions, leave those down below. And finally, in the description box, not only will you find links to the gear mentioned in this video, but you'll also find my social media links. Join me at any of those other platforms, and it'll be great to see you over there too. I hope I was able to give you a good follow-up, a good revisit on that Condor Nessmuk knife, and answer some of the great questions that you guys have had over the course of the past year. It was great to see everyone. I thank you for joining me here today, and we will talk with you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.